There's only one you. You know that, right? Most of our lives, we are told and we hear how unique and special and wonderful we are in different areas and aspects of our lives. Yet we're continuously encouraged to be normal, be average, fit in, be like everybody else, behave, act like your peers. you know, it's up to each of us to come up with the perfect fit for us, the perfect balance. Now you're like, okay, weren't we just talking about balance being BS the other day? Yes, but in order to survive in society, there's a set of rules and guidelines and mores and values that we all share, we all agree to in order to get along. Just think if you were driving in traffic, if you were driving, if everybody didn't automatically agree to follow the traffic laws for the most part, we would never trust that we'd be able to drive. You couldn't be going head on toward another driver if you didn't believe that they were always going to follow the rules, stay on their own side of the road. Does it always happen? No, but we drive because most of the time we believe that will happen. It's true with us as well as human beings and with human behavior. We all have this pull within us to be ourselves. We want nothing more. We desire nothing more than to actually be 100% who we are. Our likes, our dislikes, our things we care about, things that are important to us are different for each and every one of us. And we, with the core of our being, want to be that and be accepted for that. Yet, society has placed on all of us all of these rules, all these guidelines, all these laws, all these expectations of how we should behave. And there's always this constant pull of how much do I get to be myself and how much do I need to fit in with other people in order to be happy, in order to be okay and feel good about myself and about my life. So even though we're told all the time, hey, you need to be yourself, fly your own freak flag, get your wild thing on, whatever, we're told and we're given all these messages, there's always this but. Make sure that you don't go too far outside this normally acceptable range of behavior that people think you're too weird, you're too strange, you're too out there, right? And there's based on our own rules and guidelines for ourselves, we judge other people based on the rules and the guidelines we make for ourselves. So if we think that anyone different than us falls outside our guidelines and we have to stay within a certain realm of behavior, we judge everybody that is different from us. It's human nature to judge other people or to question and wonder about. I actually have gotten really curious about differences and anyone that's in anything in any way that they're different than me. I'm curious how it impacts them, how it makes them feel, how it's impacted their experiences, because we are the sum total of all of our experiences in life, good, bad, ugly, awesome, all of them combined. Anything that anyone has ever said or ever done to us or anything we've ever overheard or experienced is all still with us. It all goes into our brain somewhere and gets stored up in our long-term memory banks forever and ever, and can be triggered at the drop of a hat, right? It can be triggered really easily. So it's up to you. I wish I could say this is how you figure it out for yourself. This is how you decide how much you can be 100% uniquely yourself. Knowing that the closer you are to presenting and being who you really are, the happier you are. And how much you want to fit into a certain group, a certain organization, a certain community, a certain anything. So my challenge to you today is think about the rules and the guidelines that you have for yourself. Most of us, whether we know it or not consciously, we have thousands and thousands of rules and guidelines, shoulds and shouldn'ts, care about, don't care about, likes, dislikes, wants, don't wants. And we seldom actually really consciously think about what those things are. So I challenge you today to write down a couple of the things that are your own codes of conduct. And ask yourself, and I'm not sure why this came up, but it's really interesting, ask yourself, is this behavior okay for me and just me, or would I accept it for everybody? And by that I mean, so here's, let's give you an example. Say you think that it's okay and you do this, you talk about and gossip about other people or talk about a friend behind their back, and you think that's perfectly okay for you to do. But you find out later on that your best friend or a really good friend has been spreading rumors and gossiping and talking about you behind your back. And you then disown that friend and you're never going to be friends with them again because they talked about you behind your back. Yet, you're holding them accountable to a standard of never talking or gossiping about you and talking about you behind your back. Yet, you talk about other people behind their back and gossip. So that's an example of what I'm talking about, what I'm saying. Do you treat other people the way you expect to be treated? Or do you somehow feel that you're entitled or superior or you deserve differential treatment than other people, other human beings, any other human being? And it's just yes or no. Maybe you have reasons for feeling like you should get preferential treatment. You should be treated better than other people or better than another group of people. Write that down. Look at that. It's really interesting when we write things down about our thoughts and our feelings and our beliefs, we actually look at them and we actually realize that we do have a code of conduct, and we want to ask ourselves, how does this make me feel? If it makes me feel good, then that's the right code of conduct for you. If it makes you question and not feel good or feel a little bit off or icky, then it's probably not the right belief or code of conduct or behavior for you. And only you can decide that. You have to decide that for yourself. But there's a power in writing things down. So I challenge you to start creating your own personal code of conduct, so you'll know what your boundaries are, what you will and will not accept, what is okay. Is it okay for people to treat you badly? Is it okay for people to not respect your time? Is it okay for other people to call you names or gossip about you or talk about you behind your back? I'm going to say no to all of the above, but it's up to you to decide what is or isn't within your code of conduct. Not only how you're going to behave and what you're going to hold yourself accountable to, but what you expect other people to do it with respect to you, how you expect other people to treat you. Because we get what we expect, right? We get what we expect from other people. We train other people how to treat us, just like we train ourselves how we want to behave, how we want to show up in the world. I want to encourage you to be as much of yourself as you possibly can, because there is only one unique you on the planet. There's just one of you on the planet, ever. And that's an amazing, incredible thing to think about. And when we think about the things that we love and are good at, that's our gift to the world. So go out, be your gift to the world. Know that you being yourself is really your only purpose and mission here on the planet. That's it. Go out, have an absolutely amazing day. I will see you tomorrow with one more Setup for Success training before we head into the October Get Up and Go challenge. Have an awesome day, and I will be with you tomorrow.